What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I'm back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning the left side of the map in the blue color playing is Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the red color playing is Ra. His name is Kimo. The map is a blue Lagoon. It's currently 1-0 in this best of 5 losers finals for the Bill Gregg Open to Kimo. Kimo is the man with one win, taking that first game with some pretty fierce ISIS play, to be honest. Granted, we all think Skady could have done better with a little bit of prep. Did not, though. The Oracle Scout is scouting, looking for something to do. Gonna get graded by Hutepsek. I can't even say that. Whoever came up with that name, that's a good one. No, I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy from Skady. He's got a back gold mine. Shouldn't be too concerned about Priest, Pharaoh, early aggression, especially from Ra. It doesn't have to go like 4 minutes or something. Skady going to produce some of those villages. Put them onto wood, put them onto gold, put them onto food. That's 2-1-1. And then 3 onto food. Now you go to the classical age. Kimo, on the other hand, this is what I am interested to see. I'm interested to see how Kimo plays this. Do you rush classical age 4 minutes and go for a fast town center on this map? Or do you go standard 2 town center tar, fast heroic? Or do you sit 1 town center and go blast with Sphinx? Do you empower a mining camp with only 2 villagers mining gold when you have 6 villagers gathering food here? It's very interesting. I mean, I know for me personally, I would prefer my Pharaoh to be on the economic building with the most villagers. But Kimo, he wants that extra gold. Maybe he needs to get the temple up a little bit faster. Yeah, could have just. If he needed that, he could have just swapped the Pharaoh over here. Because what is it? You get extra 3 food a villager. Villagers have 15 food. So if you have 5 villagers on the hunt, you get like 6 villagers on hunt with the Pharaoh. Priest only gives you what is it? 2 extra food? Not sure. And are we seeing anything exciting over here? Going up to the deer over here, got deer and rhinoceros. I like how the verbally balanced team made this map. There's a serious issue with some maps giving like huge spawns of rhinoceros because you want to go there, but you don't have the villagers to send over there at the point in the early game. What putting 2 deer here or gazelle here means is you can send your 5 villagers over here. Your first 2 eat the gazelle. As your villagers build up, you eat the other gazelle, and then you have 5 villagers here to eat the rhino. Nice and easy. It does take, I mean, you could call it skill, but it takes a little bit of the decision making is probably more what is important there. A little bit of decision making in the early game away from the players. Like if you play a game on Savannah and you get a situation where you need to send villagers over to rhino, oftentimes the correct decision is to grab some from your home resources, send them forward, and then send villagers onto those home resources a little bit later. But not having to happen here. Kimo has this nice back hunt as well. He's going to send all of his villagers over here, still using his Pharaoh to empower gold. Still confused about this. The temple's up. The tide's coming through. 4 minutes and 50 seconds. He's got the back wall coming up as well. He's got actually a nice gold mine here. If the Oranos army wants to attack this, it has to come in here, past the town center, and past the sentry tower in order to do any damage. This town center is actually not half bad as well. You get access to these rhino, or like at least this rhino. You could potentially lure this rhino in. It's probably possible, but it's a little bit of work. We'll see what happens here. Kimo is kind of low on the gold. He might get there. He's got 2 villagers on wood, so he is definitely going to grab a Shadoof. I don't think he's got access to... No, he doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't have like a pickaxe or anything really short on the wood with this build order. A random Valor onto these oracles. I cannot understand this at all. Maybe he brings them back, casts the Valor, sends them forward looking for a town center or something. Because the town centers are in the middle. So if he just wanders over into this town center and this town center, he may be able to do some damage there. But I don't think Skady knows. Well, of course Skady is Oranos. Of course he knows where the town centers are, but he's not going for them, which is absolutely bizarre considering you make those that early valor on the oracles here. And the town center will get up, and then there will be this rhino to be gathered. And not sure if I'm a fan of this early valor here from Skady. He's going for this second town center, so it's not like it's gonna. Maybe he just was not going to be using it anyways, but still, I probably would have preferred him to save it and just get the extra Mermillo or something like that. You're not going to get any harass out of it with these oracles here. Maybe you can kill off the gazelle or something. I don't know. Do a little bit of damage to the economy by picking off the gazelle. I don't know. Bit bizarre, but 2 town centers for Skady. I actually think that... Is he going to do it? I was going to say, I actually think that a possible 3 town center play here from Skady is not a bad idea. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that. So this is what we call a hyper modern strategy. And it's also a very meta game. So what we've been seeing in the Egyptian matchup with Ra is these crazy fast 3 town center builds. Because you can actually do this build with Ra where you grab 3 town centers and you get to the heroic age with constant villager production at 9 minutes. Now that's kind of what we're seeing here from Skady, except it's completely different because he's Oranos, but he's grabbing these early 3 town centers, or he's making a military barracks as well. This is going to be really tough to produce from because you need 2 villagers on food per town center. That's 6 villagers. And then I think you need an extra 2 villagers on food for Mermillo production. So we're probably not going to see these town centers being utilized that efficiently. I'm going to move on to this lion here. I like that. Grab the lion and then go over to the rhinoceros when you have that extra villager. But the lion does not want any part of this. He's like, I just want to live, man. Leave me alone. And here we go. The rain coming in from Kimo. This is going to be some disgusting economy from Skady. I would not be surprised to see like a 12-minute or 13-minute, 145 population, mythic age into a 15-minute Titan gate from Skady here to like go for a win. Because Kimo only going 2 town centers. His economy is going to be strong, but you're going to be a couple minutes behind just because you don't have that extra boost from the 3rd town center. And obviously he can't grab this 3rd town center against what Skady has with that early Oracle hero. So I do like it. I like it quite a bit. And then if we check out what Skady's economy is looking like, he's got some idols here, but he's got quite a few villagers on food. 6 villagers on food, 7 villagers on food, and how is he pumping? He's kind of consistent. This town center is a little bit lacking, but kind of consistent. He's cancelling out Mermillo as he needs to. Termera are getting pumped as well from his base as well, so he's still making some units out. Now that's coming up, and this is just this. I like it. I like it. This is insane. This is really cool. So we'll see how he goes from now on. Monument to the Villagers is up, so he's going to have some favor from the Rhino coming in, Hathor coming through. Kimo's going to have to make something happen here. 1, he needs to secure this town center, or 2, he needs to go straight to the Mythic Age, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's doing, but he has no food in the bank, so I'm not sure where it all got spent. I mean, he did just buy Mythic Age. Oh, he's got 12 villagers on wood as well, so looking like he's going to be making up a siege workshop instantly, and then making those siege towers, and potentially villager push with the siege towers might be an option. I don't know, but like you have to act really fast here because this Oranos army is gonna just get out of control. When you check out his economy here, it's already like just so many villagers at this point. We do see the villagers moving out. There's this army that he has to deal with here. The villagers can fight. They have skin of the rhino. But onto that pharaoh, pick up the pharaoh. He does get all the shifting sands into the base here. Does get the pharaoh. The villager's going to be attacking here. Most of this army should of Skady will die, but there was some units that were left over here. We do see a Terma get heroized here. I want to pick up that rock as soon as you possibly can, but the rock is getting microed away, or retreating away from him, I should say. Some of those units did survive from the shifting sand, so didn't even get to pick up all of them. No box was created. Oh, missed an arrow there, a little bit unfortunate. But now the army from Skady continually pumping 103 pop to Kimo's 66. We see a Migdal stronghold for Kimo coming up, and Kimo getting pressured back into the base. We do see some good economic upgrades there from Kimo. He's going to be searching around with that rock. There's not much you can do with the rock against Atlantean because generally speaking, he just garrisons into a manor. The Locust does not generally kill them because they have so much HP. But you can pick off farms and stuff like that. We do see a mana coming up. Still no heroic edge, obviously, because he's spamming out units. But Skady should be coming there real soon. He does need to get. Oh, he's had a lot of issues with this housing issue, but he's managed to sort that one out. He's kind of running out of food here, so it's going to have to transition some villages over onto wood and build some farms. He's going to get hit with a Locust at some point, which is going to hurt, but. Should be okay. More villages pumping. We see a market coming up for Kimo now. Probably going to be looking towards that Mythic Age. Yeah, he's not building. Well, he is building cavalry, but he's not building that many units that fast. We do see the Valor coming down, looking to move in here and fight this one. You can pick off these Chariot Archers are really fast. Going to be going for the Wadjet and the Chariot Archers with the back Terma. Pick them all off, try and pick off everything else, and the villagers do come off the line here with the skin of the Rhino. These guys are a bit terrifying. 65 HP. Does it give you HP bonus? No HP bonus, but it gives you extra hack and pierce vulnerability. So they got a lot of resistance. These units do not do much at all. Considering they only do 4.4 damage at attack for Terma, and then you have to deal with the 54% pierce, so they're only doing like 2 damage in attack. So it's pretty crazy how good that that technology is. And we just see villagers moving forward, Pharaoh moving forward, looking like he wants to grab this one. Try to pick off the Pharaoh instantly there. Nice javelins, but there's not nice micro from Kimo pulling him back, grabbing these Terma into the army. And now they're going to be going after those Chariot Archers. It's probably not a good fight here for Skady, but he's making it work so far. Just need to pick off those medium Miller if he can. Take those villagers off the town center. Take off those medium Terma. The Wadges getting picked up as well. Pharaoh doing quite a bit of work in the back of the army there, sitting at only 16 HP. Definitely want to pick that guy off because he does damage, man. 16.8 damage a second is nothing to be sneezed at. And he's picking off most of... Oh, maybe I got the Pursuit. No, he does not get that one there. And Skady going through Hyperion. This is going to be huge. Use Hyperion on this army. Retreat. Then he has to pick off it himself, especially because there is, there is the Pursuit. So you get a Pursuit convert. You get a couple of the Cavalry converts. And then you can push back in here and do some more damage. There's the Chaos. Pursuit does get changed. We get two Chariot Archers and 2 Cavalry. Absolutely huge. And now Skady going to be going for this one. He really kind of needs to. I wouldn't mind seeing some Catapulties coming out as well, just to deal with the Cavalry. Medium and Miller were okay, but the Catapulties just rinse. And picking off some villages slowly. The town center's still up. There's a couple of low HP villages here. You always want to be kind of on top of that. We're sitting at 3 HP here. Maybe 1 Javelin will pick that one off. Seta also coming in right now. And how's Kimo going? He's still in the heroic age, still trying to grab this town center. Still not able to. Villagers idle here, not doing all too much. The Manila have stopped this town center for the time being here. And the Chariot Archers going down. Villagers getting picked off as well. And moving forward with his shenanigans, doing all the good stuff. And that is that. As you control this location, this gold line is getting a lot. Well, it's not getting. It's on 4,000, but he could just continue to push in here and deal the damage there. Skady's sitting at full pop here. No fortified town centers just yet. But you can get a bunch of other upgrades if he so chooses. But choosing to go after these villages instead of the gold mine? Question mark. I mean, fine. But villagers getting used to fight here at this point. I like seeing it, but they're kind of important for your economy, man. You can't throw them away. But they do a lot of damage. Nice shockwave there, but I don't like shockwave onto melee units. It's something it's been discussed quite a bit on RTS Sanctuary, and I find a lot of Oranos players use shockwave on melee units, and the stun, I mean, on villagers here, the villagers are now idle, so fine. But if you use it on like Ulsark or Mermillo or something like that, it doesn't help you because it just sends the units away from your infantry. Your infantry just become basically idle while they're idle because they have to chase them down. And they lose the stun and they're back to fighting as if nothing happened. So kind of a waste. Whereas if you shockwave the chariot archers, at least you slow down like 1 second of DPS from the chariot archers or move them closer to your terminal or something like that. More villages getting picked off. Palace up on this location, kind of securing this town center as well. Kimo's still actually somehow managing to hold on even after Skady's ridiculous economy and also picking off so many villages from Kimo, because Skady's max villages right now and he's just pumping units left, right and center. Terma trying to chase down these chariot archers. More villages get pulled off the line in this gold mine, trying to push these Terma back out, which is the way to do it, because these Terma, as we said, they only deal like 2 damage a shot against these laborers here. They are absolute tanks, and with 65 HP it's a big sight. And now you have the heavy Murmillo coming out, and once you see heavy Murmillo, it's like, okay, these are tough cookies. These Murmillo, they deal a lot of damage. Picking off these chariot archers over here, dealing all of that good damage, making things happen. We've got the catapulties taken. Do have some catapulties in here taking down the camera, and Kimo taps out. GG. Well played by Skady. Loved that fast 3-town center kind of meta game here from Oranos, realizing that Kimo has to go 2 town centers here. Can't grab this town center because you have the Oracle heroes, and he just managed to control the game with the superior economy, superior spam, and the fact this gold mine's nice and exposed meant that he had to fight it. This town center's nice and exposed, had to fight for it. And even with the skin of the Rhino villages that kind of countered the Terma pretty severely, was not enough for Kimo to push out. I think it might have been interesting to see if Kimo went semi-fast mythic here instead of going for this town center, gets the Son of Osiris out, and does something with that, but wasn't to be. And it's now a 1-1 for Skady, making things interesting here. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like my videos and want to see them as soon as they come out. My name's Boit, and I will see you guys next time.